Awesome, awesome, awesome. Have to do a little bit of jamming. Guys, we are about to get started in 2-3 minutes. Guys, look here. I'm not going to hold everybody up any longer who's been here and who is on time. All right, so whoever is late, they are late. All right, guys, we will be getting started in roughly 2-3 minutes. All right, so please have your pen and paper out, guys. You will learn something on today. And even if you've heard of it before, all right, again, we're always a student. Okay, we are always a student, all right, to becoming better in our craft. So with that being said, have your pen and paper out, guys. We will be getting started in roughly 2 to 3 minutes. All righty. Pen and paper ready. What do I want to type?
My team and I.
It's bad. Let me move out my way.
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate.
Oh, you will play. You will work. Because I said you will work. You will work. Whenever I'm on this Zoom trying to share a video, I want to act up. Yo, so guys, another thing, guys, that's amazing about this Zoom app that we're using, all right, is that we have a chat. All right, let's get this chat live. All right. Where is everyone from? Where are you from? Where are you from? We are about to get this party started. Where's everyone from? Where's everyone from? Go ahead, type it in the chat. We got DeKalb, we got West Side. Where's everybody from? Type it in the chat. Got a few folks in DeKalb in the building. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Guys, I need to go on Facebook real quick, guys. About to blow up this chat right now. I know I got some friends that's all the way in Germany that's sleeping right now, but they need to get on this webinar. Let me blow up Facebook for a minute. Where everybody from? If Aquila can't, okay, I see Florida, I see Tampa. All right, awesome, Aquila. I'm glad you was able to fix it. Wilmington, DE, is that Delaware? Right? All right, perfect, perfect, perfect. See, I learned something in geography. I knew it was going to pay off. I knew my geography was going to pay off one day. All right, all right, all right. Just sending it up in a few group chats. All right, all right, all right. We got some folks all across the U.S. And guys, you know what, man? One thing I love about the foreign exchange market and crypto, guys, is because it brings a lot of us together. It brings us all together in more ways than one. Yes, we're all here for a common goal, and that's to make some money, right? But even more than that, we're here to, support our families, support our households. Some of us on this call may have children. Some of us on this call have wives, husbands. Some of us on this call are still trying to make it through school. Since some of us on this call is taking care of our own parents right now, or taking care of our relatives. So guys, I do not take it lightly for you guys to be here. I am honored to have you all here with me on tonight. All right. So again, wherever you guys are right now, just know that you're in the right place and at the right time. Okay. And always remember that, again, when you dial into this webinar, okay, this is your time. I don't care what happened an hour ago. I don't care what happened earlier today at work, what happened today at school, what happened today with your kids, with your mom, with your dad, whomever. Dedicate this time, this 1 hour for you. Okay, so I hope that everyone has their pen and paper out, guys. We are going to get right into it. All right, I really, as I've been observing the time spent on these webinars, guys, I do not want to spend too much time. I do not want to spend too much time, on, motivation. That'll be for some days or some nights, right? But not every single night. So, guys, what we're going to talk, I'm going to share my screen right now. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. All right, and I want to make sure, let me type it in the chat right now. All right, you guys talk to me in the chat, all right? Can everybody see my screen? Can everyone see my screen? Let me know, let me know, let me know. All right, perfect. All right, so we are good to go. We're good to go. So guys, to those of you that are brand new to this webinar, I say welcome. All right, I say welcome to this awesome webinar. Again, like I said, you're here at the right place at the right time. For those of you that have been following me, for quite some time, again, I say thank you for tuning in once more and being a part of this lovely family. This family has been growing, guys. So again, I just appreciate all of you guys for hopping on today. So guys, the topic for today, all right, for those of you that have been following me, for those of you that are already aware of the Forex market, all right, and crypto as well, the topic for today, guys, is going to be support and resistance. Okay, the topic for today is going to be support and resistance. All right, now, this is one thing I want everybody to know that's on this call. All right, we may have gone over this before, but always remember that we're always a student. Okay, so there's always something awesome that we can continue to learn. And hey, if you already understand it, then I want you to be active within this chat. Okay, I want you to be active within the chat. When I have questions, yes, feel free to go ahead and show anyone that's brand new that hey, you've been learning and that you've been able to grasp the concepts. Okay, so I'm going to talk about support and resistance though a little bit differently than what I have before. And I'm going to show you guys how you guys can really utilize just this one technique or understand this concept to really make some money. Now, for those of you that are very brand new, you're wondering, okay, like what is it that I am looking at? Let me get rid of those indicators at the bottom. Like, man, what is it that I'm looking at? Again, guys, what you're looking at essentially is just a chart. Okay, red pill, green pills, right? And essentially, this is just how the market moves or a particular market moves. Okay, guys, so if you guys bear with me for the next 5 minutes, all right, I'm just going to do a very brief introduction. Okay, I'm going to do a very, very brief introduction for my newcomers that is on this call for the very first time. All right, so I'm going to share my other screen here. I'm going to share my other screen here for you guys. All right, I'm going to show you guys this awesome tool that everyone is using to understand how to take down this market. All right, so guys, you guys should be able to see my screen. All right, so you guys should be able to see the screen. It shows iMarkets Live here. Do you guys see my screen? Before I continue, I want to make sure everyone can see it. Does everyone see the screen? Yes, yes, yes. Yes, all right, perfect, perfect, perfect. Thanks, Akila. So again, guys, this awesome educational platform, guys, that I'm bringing forth to you guys on today is called iMarkets Live. All right, again, I'm not going to go through all the nitty gritty, but I'm just going to give you guys a highlight of essentially what comes with this educational platform. All right, and I'm going to show you guys again how these beginners who's on this call that's a little bit more experienced because they're learning how they're utilizing this platform to become a success story to their friends and to their families and their peers. All right, so these are the 4 aspects right here, the 4 services that I'm going to just talk about for today. Number 1, guys, we have the IML Academy. All right, I hope that everyone would agree, okay, that as you begin to learn something new, it's going to be better, right, for you to have an educational package that is streamlined for you, okay? So rather than anyone sending you to YouTube or sending you to Google, right, to understand, okay, you know, what is Forex, what is crypto, how do I make money, right? We already have an academy. This educational platform has an academy for you, okay? And what I did already to not waste time, all right, I went into my academy to show you guys the background, to show you guys the ins and outs of it. Okay, so within this academy, guys, you guys may wonder, okay, well, what do you mean by it's packaged for me? So essentially what I'm saying to you guys is this. We're just looking at the basic section right now of this academy, all right? And as you can see, everything is set for you in videos, okay? I'm just gonna scroll through this and talk to it. So again, guys, with these videos, it breaks down what the Forex is, how it became into existence, and also how do we, you know, understand the terminology? How do we understand how the market moves? And again, guys, above all, how can we utilize the market in order for us to make money from our phones? Okay, how can we make money from our phones? Okay, so that is why this webinar is going to be a powerful webinar for you, because one thing that you may not know, for those of you that are very beginners, is this: we all have access to this market. All right, we all have access to this market. It's just a matter of we don't know how to do it. All right, we didn't know that we have access, but I'm showing you guys now. Look at this. It shows you again how to walk through a trade on your Android or your iPhone. Okay, so it's very real, guys. It's very powerful. Okay, and then guys, above that, all right, to take it to another level, we have the IML TV. Now, what this is essentially, everyone, just like the academy, right? We have these videos, you have the education with you. If you're in school, imagine the academy being your textbook or it's being your syllabus, right? But when you take it to IML TV, this is your tutor. This is the extra office hours. This is the professor holding your hand as you go through the material. Okay, and again, I have this pulled up for you guys as well. Again, not to waste time. Okay, and so again, here's a you know, behind the scenes view of what we offer. Remember, the Forex and crypto markets is global. All right, so this educational platform had to reach people all across the world. That's why we have educators speaking these various languages. I'm assuming everyone in here, majority is English, right? So again, we even break down the educators based on products or based on skill level. I'm going to click on Forex Advanced. Again, guys, I'm going over this very quick. We're going to get to the charts. We're going to get into some knowledge. So I hope everyone still has their notebook out. Click, 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 click. What's going on? All right. So guys, this IML TV is amazing because look at all of these educators who host live webinars just like this each and every day. Okay, each and every day. All right. So what I'm doing, guys, is I'm taking the initiative for my team, guys, just to support anyone that's brand new or anyone that's already, you know, a part of this educational platform. They want additional assistance, guys. So with these educators here, I mean, these guys are the real deal. Okay, each and every week, each and every day, you have an educator you can tune into. All right, and then last but not least, guys, I will not get into this on today. I really want to spend some time on the charts. But again, guys, we have artificial intelligence, these softwares or these services, guys, that this educational platform offers. It scans the market for you, all right, essentially and telling you to enter a buy or a sell at a particular price point. Okay, so these 4 products or services alone, guys, is a win-win, all right, and it's helping people make money each and every day. All right, so guys, if that's a win-win for you, just put a 1 in the chat. All right, if that just sounds good, all right, put a 1 in the chat. Everything that I went over, we have the IML Academy. Those are videos, very quick videos. You can learn a lot of material. We got the IML TV. All right, that's the live educators. We got artificial intelligence scanning the markets for you, telling you when to get in and get out. So guys, 90% of the work is done for you. 10% is just on you. All right, awesome, Daniel. Awesome, Doug. Awesome, Akila. So look here, guys. This is what I'm about to do. We're about to go into grind mode. Okay, we're about to look at some charts. All right, so now, again, for those of you that are brand new, you guys will be able to follow along. Okay, for those of you who are a part of this educational platform, all right, one of the very first videos when they begin looking at charts is going to be on support and resistance. All right, so if you guys have gone through the basic section already, then this should be reviewed for you. Okay, but if you're brand new, then hey, you can still learn something from me today, learn something tonight, and then just compound it by reviewing the IML educational platform. All right, guys, so support and resistance. All right, guys, this is what we're going to go over for today. All right, and if you got, as I'm typing, guys, or as I'm talking, I have the chat box open at all times. Okay, so if you guys have a question, please type it in the chat box. Okay, for any questions, please type it in the chat box. All right, do you guys see my screen where you guys see the chart? All right, do you guys see my chart? Yes or no? I want to make sure you guys see it before I continue. All right, thank you, Daniel. Thank you, thank you. All right, guys, so we're going to get into some support and resistance. All right, what do I mean by that? I'm going to move this market out the way for right now, as if like we just got a blank canvas right now, okay? So I'm going to draw up a market, all right, just movement. Okay, I'm just going to draw up some movement. Okay, I'm just going to draw up some movement. Okay, I'm just drawing some movement. Okay. What? Oh my gosh. That just deleted on me. All right. We're going to do this one more time. We're going to do this one more time. One. Okay. Here we go. So guys, again, let me grab this up here. I want this, I want this, I want this. So again, guys, the topic for today, guys, is going to be support and resistance. Okay, so when we look at support, I want you guys to write this down. When we're looking at support, think of support as a floor. Okay, support as a floor. Okay, and then when we think of resistance, think of resistance as a ceiling. All right, think of resistance as a ceiling and then your support as a floor. All right, so if you guys hear me say ceiling, you know that's resistance, or if you guys hear me say floor, you know that's support. Both of these words can be used interchangeably. All right, so that's why I wanted to write this down, all right, so that we can follow along. All right, so we're gonna work on the floor for right now. We're gonna work on the floor. All right, so imagine me, all right, so imagine you're in your room or you're in a basketball court. Okay, when you bounce this basketball on the floor, what happens? It bounces back up. If you bounce it on the floor again, it's gonna come back up. When you bounce it on the floor again, it comes back up, right? So essentially your floor, all right, essentially just simply saying, hey, this is supporting the ball. This is supporting the market structure. This level here is essentially strong where the market is just not breaking through. Okay, does everyone see that? All right, if you're able to just understand that concept right now, put a 2 in the chat. If you're able to understand this concept, just put a 2 in the chat. Again, let's say if I have a basketball, a bounce on the floor, it's come back up. Bounce on the floor, it's come back up. Now, why is the ball bouncing back up? It's simply because my floor is strong enough to support the movement so that it's not just breaking through. Okay, it's gonna bounce back up. All right, perfect. I got several 2s in the chat. Awesome, 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 awesome. All right, guys, so now we're gonna look at the resistance, AKA my ceiling. All right, so now imagine you in your bedroom. All right, so I know some of my athletes can probably relate to this. All right, imagine you in your bedroom and you just throwing a tennis ball at the ceiling, or you just bouncing, or you just working on your follow through with the basketball, and you just throwing it in the air, right? So again, I'm laying down in my bed. I throw a tennis ball at the ceiling. What's going to happen? It's going to bounce off and come back down. I could throw it up again, bounces off and it comes back down. The same thing happens again, bounce off and come back down. Why? Because my ceiling is strong enough to resist the market from just breaking through. Okay? My ceiling is strong enough for the market to just not break it through. All right, so if you guys are able to understand the concept, put a 3 in the chat for me. Okay? If you guys are able to understand that concept, just put a 3 in the chat for me. Okay? Again, if I'm bouncing a tennis ball at my ceiling, it's just coming, bounce right back off, bounce right back off, bounce right back off, right? Right? And you would say that this is a strong area. All right, now we're going to talk in market terms. This is a strong level, all right, within the market, to where at this level, the market is just like, I cannot break through this level. I'm going to continue bouncing down. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So now that we were able to understand that concept, all right, guys, we're gonna again, just like when we learn addition, we learn subtraction, we then learn multiplication and division. Okay, so guys, we're gonna compound what it is that we just learned. Okay, we're gonna compound what it is that we just learned. Okay, here we go. So let me do this. So I'm gonna do this. 1 second, guys, I'm gonna set this up for us. I'm gonna set this up for us. 1 second. Okay. And then I'm gonna bear with me, guys, bear with me. Now, for those of you who've gone through the academy, you should already know what's about to transpire right now. For those of you that have gone through the academy, you should already know what's about to transpire. Okay, so guys, remember now we're going over concepts. Okay, we're going over the concepts. So again, we understand how the market may respond to a floor, and we understand how the market may respond to resistance. Okay, so let's make sure we're paying attention. You know what? How about this, guys? How about, to not confuse anyone, let me just change the color. Let's change this color to orange for resistances. All right, that way it's more distinct. Okay, that way it's more distinct. All right, so guys, I'm going to, let's move this out the way for right now. All right, guys, I'm going to draw up a market for us. All right, and we're going to walk through this thing together. So I start up here. My market is tanking, right? It's very bearish. For those of you that don't know, understand bearish, I mean it's just going down. Bullish means it's going up. So I finally get to a point in the market that's very strong. Okay. And so my market then begins to turn around. Market comes back up, turns around. All right. And it does this, right? It hits this resistance. It's pretty much bouncing now in this zone. And then eventually what ends up happening, now the market never just stays in a zone. The market never just continues to go sideways the entire time. Okay. For those of you that have been on my sessions before, the market moves in one of three ways. Can you guys list the three ways that it moves? All right. The market moves in one of three ways. Can you guys list the ways that it moves? Talk to me. Talk to me. I'll give you guys a couple of seconds. There we go, Doug. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Yes, indeed. So, guys, the market is either going to move sideways. The market can then go down in a downward trend, or either the market can go in an upward trend. All right. Afterwards, the market can continue to go back down, right? And then it can continue to go sideways, right? As the traders, as we are analyzing the current movements in the market, we need to understand in what phase are we in, right? And what phase are we in? Okay. So guys, let me delete all this. All right. So guys, what I just showed you guys in this situation here is that your market is moving sideways overall. Overall is just moving sideways, right? And now there comes a point in time in the market where after it hits support, it starts to build momentum, and then poof, it breaks through. Now, let me show you guys then what happens when we break through a ceiling. Okay, so just to give you an analogy. All right, so remember I said earlier we had a tennis ball hitting our ceiling, right? A tennis ball is not going to have much momentum. But now imagine you pointing a shotgun to your ceiling, it's going to bust through, right? Those shells are going to bust through. It's going to put a hole. Why? Because you have so much momentum, so much power breaking through this area of resistance. And then what ends up happening after that? What was once resistance now becomes support. That's what we want to look for. And then as you can see, the market then comes up. Actually, what I want to do, just move this higher. We have more room. The market then comes down. It retests this same area that was once resistance. It is now support, right? It bounces off support, finds another area of resistance. It bounces off. It can retest support if it wants to. Let's say it does. Boom. All right. It retests this resistance again. Let's just say it comes back down. The market's coming back down with some momentum. Boom. What did it do? It broke through this previous area of support. Now we wait to see what happens when the market comes back up to that same area. And we see then the market retest that area as now resistance. Okay. So if you guys would catch this, I'm going to write this out. I'm going to write this out for you guys so it can make sense. All right. What was once support, all right, can become resistance. All right. What was once support can become resistance. And guess what? The same thing is vice versa. What was once resistance can become support. Does everybody see that? I'm going to walk through this one more time. If you can if you understand that, guys, go ahead and put a 4 in the chat for me. All right, if you understand that, put a 4 in the chat. If you don't understand it, you know what I'm saying, let me know. Put a 5 in the chat. All right, if you want me to go over that again, just put a 5 in the chat, guys. I want to make sure we all get it. I want to make sure we're all getting it. Okay? I want to make sure that we're all getting this. All right, I'm only seeing a few 4s. All right, so I'm assuming that we all get it. Okay, so again, I'm still going to walk through it once more. So remember, I'm going to use this arrow here. All right. So remember, guys, when the market was coming down, starting here, coming down, it reached an area in the market where it chose to be support. The market, right, was not strong enough to break through this level. It said, nope, I don't want to go past this level. All right. The market was testing this level also. All right. It was not strong enough to break through here. It tested resistance once, failed. Tested resistance twice and failed. All right, it retested support. Eventually, we get here and we see that market breaks through with some momentum. What then ends up happening as the market comes back down, as the market comes back down, it then retests this previous resistance as support. Market comes back down to this area, comes up. All right, it retests this area again, fails and comes up. We see resistance. Market comes down. We're going to wait and see what happens. Does it go up or does it go back down? We see that it comes back down. It has momentum. And then after the momentum, it then has a pullback or correction. And it retests its previous support and use it as resistance for it to continue going down. Okay? So guys, more times than not, this is how you can identify whether or not you're in an uptrend. Look at this. All right. From this low down here to this high, what do we have? Now, for those of you that have been following me, you know what trends are, right? How do we label our trends? We have our higher high. We have a higher low. The market surpasses previous higher high, creating a new higher high. That's an uptrend. Typically in an uptrend, right, you're going to see where you're going to break resistance or you're going to break support. You're going to break a zone. It's going to retest that zone that it previously broke and it's going to continue to carry that momentum. There go your uptrend. The same exact thing happened for our downtrend, guys. We started up here. We passed the key level. It retested that level and then continued to the downside. So that is a way, again, you identify whether or not you're in a downtrend. We have our lower low. We have a lower high. Then it continues further for another lower low. Okay? So look at that. I just showed you guys how the market can move in its 3 different ways just by literally talking about support and resistance or floor and a ceiling. Okay? Now, how many of us is excited and want to look at a real live chart? Okay? How many of us are excited and want to look at a real live chart? If you're excited, put a 1 in the chat. All right, if you're ready to look at a live chart, put a 1 in the chat. All right, I like to have my chats live. I need to feed off your energy. Okay, guys, because this is essentially very basic concepts that we can literally begin to utilize today and begin to make money. All right, as you build confidence. As you build confidence. So again, I'm going to carry this up here because remember, what was once support can become resistance, and what was once resistance can become support. I'm going to leave this up here. All right, and I'm going to show you all how this was like, I think this was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, this is like 2 or 3 weeks ago. This was money making season right here. All right, the pair that we're looking at is GBP USD. That's the Great British Pound and the US dollar, right? And so guess what, guys? I want you guys to tell me, are we in a downtrend, uptrend, or are we going sideways right here? All right. I hope that's very simple for you guys to see that we're going in a downtrend. Okay. Now, how do we know we're going in a downtrend? All right. We start up here. You have a lower low, pull back, lower high. It surpassed this level here, creating another lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and it continues going forward. But now let's utilize what it is that we just learned, support and resistance. Okay, guys, here we go. So remember, guys, what we're going to think of when we say support and resistance, remember, we're looking for a bounce. Okay, we're looking for a bounce. Okay, where did the market bounce? Okay, so what I see here, let's start at the top here. The market came down and it bounced. So what we're going to do right here, right now, what I like to do is I like to grab, I personally like to do rectangles. I go into trading view here. I find rectangles, right? And then I just, mark up, I grab a little piece of it, right? And I just bring it across the market. I'm going to color this blue. Let's color this blue. Let's make this light. Okay, perfect. So you guys just see, that's all I did, guys. So this right here was looked at as support. I'm gonna make this smaller. All right, guys, we're gonna look at this as our support. Okay, so I'm gonna grab this arrow here. Let's follow this market. Market came down, it bounced. When the market bounces like this, where it doesn't just dance around, but it bounces like that, this is a good this is a good, signal that this can be used as a good support level, right? Market pulls back. It comes, it retests this same area, comes up, area comes up, and then guess what? It then eventually breaks through support. Now watch what the market does again. The market comes to a level and it bounces. And then guess what? Before it continues to go down, it retests what was previously support. All right, and now it became your resistance. Okay, does everybody see that? Does everybody see that? If you see that, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. If you see that, put a 1 in the chat. There we go. Now, why am I telling you this? It's simply because if you understand market structure, if you understand a trend, what just happened? You had a turn down in the market. Market made a move. Let's just say we didn't catch this move. The market is always going to pull back. And when the market pulls back, all you need to do is just wait. You can easily just wait for the market to come to a previous key level of support or resistance. In this case, it would be support, previous support, to see if it's going to use this as resistance. And then guess what ends up happening? All right, the market wicked it here. The market wicked it here, so that was a good indicator there that it didn't want to go past this level. Market continued to go up, and then you had 3 consecutive bearish candles the moment that it came back up to touch this support level, and it's using it as resistance now. So what just happened, guys? Let's look at this. You have a lower low. You have a lower low here. Here's your lower high. This your pullback. market uses support as resistance, comes down, and then it creates another lower low. Definition of a downtrend. And again, we could have entered a sell right here in this area, and we could have made some money. Okay. Now, when you are in a downtrend, guys, it's not about necessarily always catching the biggest move. It's a matter of you recognizing the continuation of the downtrend. So now let's look at this. I'm gonna zoom in. Let's look at this lower low here. We're gonna draw another zone. I'm gonna grab my rectangle. I'm gonna grab the low here of this little wick there. Right, I'm just gonna bring it about, let's just say right there. About right there. Sometimes I like to bring it to where the impulse candle was, the bottom of it, boom, impulse, right? So again, we passed this level here, we moving on to the next one. Because we done executed a sale. We're in a sale right here. We're in a sale right here. All right, and we just made some money on this downward move. Guess what ends up happening again? We found a new level of support right here. Market comes down, it comes back up. This is the area where it bounced, right? Comes back up, uses resistance. We want to see what the market does when it comes here. It has momentum to say, I'm gonna blow past this support level. Okay, creating my lower low because it's lower than the previous low. And what does the market do again, guys? It comes back up and it retests its prior support. And as we can see, boom, another 3 consecutive bearish candles, which is actually a reversal pattern, guys. 3 consecutive bearish candles indicating like, no, the market does not want to go back up here or past this point. So guess what? You enter another sale here. You can choose either one of these candles, enter the sale, and we're going to ride this puppy all the way back down. You guys see that? So this by itself would have been 2 sales, because again, we don't always catch the move at the top. Recognize that that's okay. I want you guys to recognize that's okay. You caught this here, high confirmation, high probability that this was going to continue going the other way. So that was 1 sale you entered. You could have compounded your sale or your trade by entering a second sale at this area. And then now you see that you could have caught still a lot of pips, a lot of money. So no, you may have not caught up here, but let's get excited to see how many pips we could have caught. Now, I never assumed we could have caught it right there at the top, right? But let's just say we was bold to enter at the low of this candle here, the bearish candle, right? Come on now, move. Okay, it didn't want to work. So we caught it right here. Guys, that still was over 300 pips. This was over 300 pips within a matter of 8 days. So let's just look at that as a week and a half. And that's one trade you entered. So let's just say that's 350. All right, let's be conservative and say we only caught 350. Let's look at your second trade if you would have entered this. Let's say we would have caught it right here. Let's be a little bit modest. That would have been another 250 pips. So off of this 1 pair alone, you could have easily caught 500, 600 pips in a span of just 1 week or a week and a half, 600 pips. Some people only catch that within a month. Not a lot of people catch that. Okay, so this right here would have been amazing for you, everyone, to see this and be able to execute off a downtrend. Okay. And then guess what ends up happening? The same thing happens on the opposite side of the trend. So let's look here. This right here is where the market found a lower low, right? So it used this area right here for support. Okay, let's just say we drag this all the way across because the market loves to do this. So you guys see it broke this support level here. Market did all this down here. We made money. We got out the trade. We see it's turning back up. We out, right? We don't catch this move here. All right, we missed this move. This move right here just essentially is a spike. All right, and sometimes GBP pairs love to do this. It'll just shoot up on you, right? But then again, remember, whenever the market comes up, it has to eventually correct itself. And then guess what happens? What was previously support, all right, it was broken through. Now, whenever we are underneath it, we want to see if it's resistance, right? It broke through, and then it reused this same key level as support. And guess what, guys? We could have caught the rest of this move to the upside for another almost 200 pips. Let's be modest, and let's say we would have caught 150. Okay, we could have caught 150 in a span of just 2 days. Okay, so guys, does that seem like a profitable concept that you can begin to utilize in the market? Yes or no? Put a 1 in the chat for me if you can see how profitable that is. Put a 1 in the chat for me. Awesome. Awesome, guys. So again, what we just went over is support and resistance. The purpose of this is because what was once support can become resistance. What was once resistance can become support. All right, and this is highly profitable when you are in a trending market. Okay, when you are in a trending market, whether you're in a downtrend, you guys know how to define a lower low and a lower high. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. We can just continue to go on, right? Same thing with the uptrend. Higher high, higher low, and it just pressed on up to create another higher high. Okay, and again, it more times than not, all right, more times than not, it can utilize, all right, the previous key level, all right, to indicate a reversal. Okay, now sometimes, now let's say again, this is our key level here. Sometimes the market doesn't pull all the way back, and understand that that's fine. Guess what? We caught this sale. We're just riding this market all the way down. All the way down. Again, we had another impulse here. All right. We had another impulse here. The market didn't retrace very much, retesting this previous support level. It just continued to go down. So, hey, we keep our sales active and we ride it all the way down. All right, as far as it wants to give us our money. So again, guys, one of the things that one of the things that I heard Warren Buffett say is that it was a quote that someone quoted him was that the wealth is simply a transfer to those that are patient. And I may have butchered that quote, but that's essentially what I got from it. The financial market is, there we go. He said like this: the financial market is nothing but a transfer of wealth to those that are patient. Okay, so again, we may not catch every single move. I want you guys to be okay with that, but recognize that, hey, when there is something considered a high probability move, you're catching this. Okay, for those of you that are very brand new, again, we have what we have is the IML Academy. Okay, let me share the screen here. Okay. We have this amazing IML Academy, guys, that goes over, here we go, video 17, how to draw support and resistance and even trend lines. Okay, guys. So this is amazing. This is a very powerful platform. So I hope you guys are able to get something out of this. Typically, excuse me, typically I would you look at the harmonic scanner just to give you guys more of a background for those of you that are brand new, or even for those of you that, you know, a little bit, you know, are just beginners and want to really see it, understand how to utilize it. I would have done it today, but I really want to get on some of the basic concepts for you guys to be able to, you know, some grasp hold of it, you know, retain the information, look at the information, because what I showed you guys on today is duplicatable. Okay, you guys can now go into the market, look up a couple of charts, all right? And then you guys can just mark up your charts to say, okay, this was the low, this was the high. I want to see if this was used as support and resistance. So the website that I used, all right, the markup charts, guys, is called tradingview.com. All right. The currency pair that we looked at today, all right, as an example, was GBP USD. Okay. Let me see here. Let me see here. I'm gonna look up another pair right now to see if one you know, kind of worth your time just to really study and look at. I think it was UJ. Excuse me. I think it was UJ I liked. Perfect. Yeah. So I'm going to give you guys another currency pair for you guys to look at. Then I'm going to specify the time zone, a time period. Let me see what time period this was. I believe this was from, 1 second, guys, 1 second. I'm going to give you guys another currency pair to look at. That's from September the 6th. Okay, I'm going to type up another currency pair for you guys. USD JPY. All right, and specifically now the time period I want you guys to look at is from September 6th. Again, this is of this year through September 28th. All right. All right, you guys can look at that. Oh, and I want you guys to look at on the 1 hour time frame. All right, look at that on the 1 hour time frame. Okay, and essentially you guys will see the market and essentially just how it moved. All right. All right, you guys will be able to see the market. I'm gonna show my screen. I'm gonna share my screen once more for you guys. But you guys can see the market do exactly this. All right, but I want you guys to go home and I want you guys to mark up the chart yourself. You guys see this? All right, between September 6th, September 28th, market created a area of resistance where it bounced, broke through, used its previous area as resistance as support, broke through, previous area as resistance as support. All right, so previously we went through, for GBP USD, we went through a downtrend. This right here is giving you an uptrend. All right, then I want you guys to go through here and I want you guys to mark up previous areas of support. I'm just helping you out a little bit on your homework. Look at this, right? Market came down, bounced over here in this area. It broke through. Eventually, it used this as resistance and then fell, right? Market does this numerous of times over and over. You never know when it's going to reuse it, but you just got to pay attention to a pattern, right, in which the market may do. And again, if I just thicken this zone, you see it touch base again over here and then shot up, right? So that's a little, I did your homework for you a little bit, but I want you guys to mark up your own chart. Again, go to tradingview.com, all right, and you guys can do that. All right, so I'm reading Akila's question. So would you say that identifying support and resistance is the only confirmation used when looking at a naked chart prior to getting into a trade? No, not at all. This was very simple. All right, what I just went over with you guys today was very simple. So for instance, Akila, to give you an example, I'm gonna share my screen once more. There's a lot more that we can look at to add to our confirmations, right? So for instance, excuse me, let me make this big. All right, so this right here was previous resistance. It broke through. Market came back down. We want to see, you know, how does it use this as support? Really, Akia, rather than just say, oh, the market bounced, right? You want to know where to get in. All right, this here is actually a reversal pattern that you see right now. All right, it's not your ideal, but this is essentially right. These three candles right here, this big bearish, you have a doji, followed by a bullish candle. This right here is your evening star. This is a reversal pattern right here. All right. Here, all right, market had this as level right here as previous resistance. It broke through. Now it's using this as support. What I see here, Akila, is that the market created a W. I'll make this thick. It came down, came back up, came back down to the same, within the same zone to retest, and then it shot up. What you would, this right here is what you call a double bottom. This is a reversal pattern. And then also within this reversal pattern, to kick it off, it gave you a reversal candle right here. These two candles right here, the way that it's formed is what you call a railroad. All right. I'm not going to go over the reversal candles right now, but there are several indications that says, okay, yeah, the market is ready to make its reversal going up. Okay. And this is why patience will actually be what grows your account, is patience. Being able to recognize that, okay, rather than, because as you can see here, this candlestick pattern is completely different than this one, right? So you can never tell what the market is going to do. You just have to be able to recognize it, okay? You have to recognize what this pattern is versus what this pattern is. This right here is just a 3-stick candle. This is just over 3 hours. Boom, market gave you a signal to come in. This here is over several hours. Market is dancing in this area, and then boom, it finally says, okay, yeah, I'm ready to go to the upside. And as you can see, here's your reversal pattern before the market makes its move. Now, this is what I'm learning even right now from Stevenson Lindor. Okay, he's an educator in the IML TV. He always says, and this is what I didn't know, the market will always give you a pattern before it makes its move. Okay, you guys should write that down. I see Akila writing that down. All right, the market will always make a pattern before it makes its official move. Okay, sometimes the market will just use a candlestick pattern. Sometimes it will use a full formation pattern. You never know. Here, right here is almost a railroad, but you could call this an engulfing candle because this right here is larger than this one, right? So it retests, what was previously resistance, passed it, broke through, came down, retested, said, okay, I'm ready to, I don't even want to dance down here. I'm ready just to shoot up. Okay. Again, I mean, where else can we go? I mean, we can find a lot. Now, remember, this is on the 1 hour, right? So we have to keep in mind on the 4 hour, daily, or 15 minutes, different patterns will show up based on your time frame. All right. So was that of some value today, guys? Did you guys learn something today? Awesome, Doug. Yeah, bro. Look, I appreciate all of you guys, man, for hopping on. Like I said earlier, you know, I am honored for you guys to be hopping on this session. I did record tonight's session, so probably by the morning time, because I'm about to go to bed. I wake up at 3 a.m. just looking at some charts. By the morning time, I'll be sure to send everybody the recording. It'll be on my YouTube channel. So if you guys just follow my YouTube, just type in Dwayne Wilson, nothing extravagant. I'll upload it to my YouTube channel. All right. So again, guys, good night. You guys have a blessed one. I hope you guys are able to take some notes. Hope you guys are able to learn something of value, guys, and we will reconvene next week. Wait. For those of you that are in DeKalb, right, or the Chicagoland area, guys, we are hosting a massive event in DeKalb on NIU's campus. I thought I had Facebook up. I did not. Let me pull it up right now. I want to share this with everyone right now before I get off. Okay, guys, we are going to have a massive event. I'm going to share my screen real quick. Because folks are going to be mad at me, you know, so when they be like, Dwayne, you making all this money, but you never told me, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, man, look, I got a whole team that's eating right now. You're the one that's just not, you know, staying in tune. All right. So guys, we have an amazing event. All right. Next, tomorrow, we have this amazing event tomorrow. We will do a live training session tomorrow on NIU's campus. So bring everybody that you know. All right. It's going to even be better than what we went over today. Why? Because this gentleman right here, guys, he's only 18 years old, Forex trader, making a lot of money, being able to support himself and his family, living the lifestyle of his dreams. Right. So again, guys, it's not about age, guys. It's just about your level of competency, your level of drive to really just make it happen for you. So guys, I appreciate everyone for hopping on this call. Everyone, enjoy your rest of the evening and have a blessed evening. All right. Have a good one, guys.